There's going to be a point in time where somebody makes you an offer and you really want to say no, but you don't know what to do or how to do it. And as a business owner, offer owner, practitioner, or even a consultant, one of the biggest strategies that you can have to your advantage is to have a predetermined way of telling people no. So why is this important? Why does it matter? This is a fantastic question. I'm Scott Sylvan Bell, coming to you live for Consulting Secrets on a perfect day to talk about business, growth, opportunities, telling people no, in a fantastic way to talk to you. Coming to you live from Sacramento. I do get to jump on consulting calls frequently and sometimes even discovery calls. And what will happen is I will talk with offer owners, entrepreneurs, business owners, consultants, and they'll tell me, hey, I've got these opportunities and I don't know what to do. And what it really comes down to is they don't know how to decline the offer. Like, they're afraid that they're going to lose a friend. They're afraid that they're going to lose a contact. They just don't want to buy what's being sold. And so they drag their feet and they don't make a decision. So my first thing that I'm going to let you know is, if you're ever on a call and it's a no, let the person know it's a no. And you're like, hey, Scott, that's easier said than done. Now, I'm going to share with you how you do this. Okay. So you are going to literally pull out a piece of paper, open a Word doc, open a Google Doc, and you're going to make a list, 7 ways to say no. Okay. And the first one is, we're not going to do that. Okay. We're not going to do that. The second one is, it's not what the direction that we want to take this. The third one is, we are not going to go with this solution or this provider at this time. The fourth one could be, I don't think that this is going to be a right fit for us, or this isn't a right fit for us. I mean, and then what you're going to do is, you're just going to, like, one of these could actually just be, no, we're not doing it. And you want to have 7 ways to say it. And then before you go into a sales meeting, before you have a request meet of you, you go and you revise and you take a look at this list. It's your swipe file. And when somebody's having a conversation with you and they go, so what do you think? So what do you think? You literally, hey, this isn't for us. And I'm going to share with you the reason why this becomes important is it saves you time. So the salesperson, the consultant that's having the conversation with you says, okay, it's not a good fit at this time. In their mind, they're hearing, we want to think about it. In their mind, they're hearing, we're not going to do this just yet. What they're not hearing is no. They're not hearing the door shut. They're not hearing, this is over. This is finito. This is all pow. And they say, as they say in Hawaii. And so one of the things that I try to do in my personal life, I'm not perfect at this, I'm just going to let you know, I'm working on this myself, is when somebody makes me an offer, if it's not something that I want to do, I go, hey, this isn't a direction that I'm going to go. So last week I jumped on a call with somebody and they offered me a product and a service. And as they're explaining it, I'm like, I'm not into this. Well, the average person would go, let me think about it. I'm not the average person. I said, hey, I'm not going to do this. And the person asked, would you mind if you tell me why? And I said, I don't like it. It's not the direction that I want to take it. I gave him the real answer. I said, it doesn't feel like you're prepared. It doesn't feel like you guys actually know what you're doing. Doesn't feel, and I gave them the reasons. And then, they did their job as a salesperson trying to overcome them. I had made my decision. I said, why don't we just end this? Now, you don't have to worry about following up. Now, I'm not trying to be rude. It's just not something that I want to do. And it's not something that I'm going to do based upon what you shared with me. I don't have somebody jamming up my emails. I don't have somebody making phone calls. I don't have somebody text messaging me. And then, so the way that I'm going to reverse this for you is, when you're selling, when you're making offers, do the opposite. So when somebody goes, hey, I want to think about it, you could just say, if that's a polite way of telling me no, you would let me know, right? And they'd go, yeah, well, is it? And for some people, it's like, yeah, like, okay, cool. Then I'm not going to follow up. I'm just going to take you off my list. It's not going to hurt my feelings. I'm not going to constantly chase you if it's not something that you don't want to do. If it's something you're remotely interested in, let's keep having this conversation. But if you're like, nope, we're out, peace out, deuces, there's no reason for you to continue. And, it's an ultimate way for saving you time. But you have to realize, in order for you to get there, you have to use this on both sides of your life. You have to use this when you're dealing with people as a buyer. You have to do this when you're dealing with people as a salesperson. But a lot of times, salespeople and some entrepreneurs are people pleasers, and they don't want to hurt feelings. You will not hurt my feelings if you're like, Scott, no way am I ever doing business with you. I'm like, cool. I'll just take you off my list. I won't ever call you again. It's not going to hurt my feelings. There's somebody out there that's going to buy something from me. It's just not you today. Okay, whatever. Call me if you need me in the future. Right? Don't close the door and be like, bye, jerk. Like, what you're saying is, hey, if there's ever an opportunity for me to serve, call me, save my number, save my contact information. Things change. But here's the thing. your ability to tell people no and your ability to move faster through something hanging in the background, oh, I got to call that sales guy and tell him we're not going to do it, that's taking up mental bandwidth. That's actually stopping you from working on other projects. You're not able to think about all the things you need to think about, right? At the end of the day, if it's a no, tell the person it's a no. I'm probably going to hurt your feelings. I know this isn't what you want to hear. I know this isn't the direction you want to take it. You love money, I love money, but you're not going to get paid on this one. Sorry, dude. Whatever way you want to say it, come up with your 7 ways of saying no now and use them to your advantage. You got 1 of 3 things to do from here. Just 1 of 3. Find the subscribe button, click on it, and every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. 2, hit follow. 3, share this video with a friend. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.